How about now? Okay. I muted the microphone for something. I don't remember what it was. There we go. Alright. So I'm here chatting the whole time and nobody could hear me.
Good day.
Uh-huh. The guys know the real thing there. It's never about... What the hell, man? It's never about muting the man. Let's face it. Gotta watch my merc. Apparently he's kind of squishy.
Thanks.
I can't carry anymore.
I don't know if that can get 4 or not. It's ethereal. We won't bother. I'll get a 4 socket to drop somewhere. Oh, what I was saying when I was muted, apparently. I accidentally killed off my necromancer. And I figured if any of them was safe, it was that one. And I killed him off. Well, it's kind of stupid. My necromancer died to a... Oh, come on. Oh, to something like that. Y'all see where that spider just randomly appeared. So I got killed by a cold enchant boss that exploded where I thought I was out of range, and then all of a sudden it was next to me and I died to the Frost Nova. Which is so stupid, because it was just like this, where like the mob wasn't next to me, and then suddenly it was next to me. That one actually teleports. But yeah, it's kind of lame. You hate seeing stuff. You hate deaths to that kind of stupid stuff. What's up, some guy? Yeah, I'll have to get one of you guys to roll a necro and resurrect him. So I got that maxed. I got that maxed. So I think we should start going down into the bow and stuff. And I was rolling. I had actually got the necromancer up into hell difficulty. Once I got the skeleton stuff maxed, I mean, the army is just unstoppable. It's kind of crazy how easy that is to play. If it weren't for the fact that I died to something stupid like the death event from a boss. Okay, I need to get away from that. That's going to be the same thing where I'm going to die to something stupid.
Hello.
So needless to say, you know,
Good day.
that one kind of hurt my feelings a little bit. I got that necro up to like 60 something.
Good day.
I don't remember. Did I give? I don't think that's better than what he's got. I found that, even though I'm not playing a. I don't remember what rings I got. Max Lifesteal. That's FCR. That might be better than that one. AR. Eh. That one's kind of nice. A lot of AR. Some more hits.
Greetings.
I don't know.
Back in. Being a priest.
So I'm sure y'all seen the stuff about the season 5. Basically, no changes. Wait, didn't they say they were going to release a further blog post? I don't think they ever put anything else out.
Damn it. Hello. From
But yeah, it looks like we're just going to get a reset. I don't know if that means we're in the maintenance mode. I think it might. Yeah, that was kind of a weird. I don't know why they changed that. They changed it. Isn't it starting in the afternoon or something? I know it's earlier than normal start time's 8 p.m. Eastern.
thanks.
Oh. Yay, my merc
Thanks.
teleported into the spiders. But yeah, I don't know. Whoa. I don't know the reason for that change. And apparently they're delegating or relegating 4 hours of stream time to D4 Season 2. I don't know how that's going to play out. Apparently they've made so many changes for Season 2 Diablo that they feel like it's going to take 4 hours to explain it all. Which is kind of crazy. Dude, I mean, I gotta be honest, man. Nothing they do makes any kind of sense. I know we've probably been saying this for a while for Diablo, but it's just crazy. I don't understand Blizzard at all. What's even crazier though, and it kind of affects me directly because of the game we're working on. Bobby Kotick actually lost his scumbag CEO of a gaming entity for 10 years straight. He has actually lost it to the CEO of Unity, which is the gaming engine that we're using for our game that we're working on. I will probably play Season 2, like I said before, just to redeem my Battle Pass. I'm I will watch the dev stream just to kind of get a feel for what their big changes are going to be. But I mean, if at the core of it, if they're not going to do anything with the itemization, then to me it's kind of all pointless. Where they're still going to be in the same position it was before. But I mean, it is what it is. God almighty, man. Alright, let's get him again. I mean, honestly, I think that optimally works best for Blizzard, just funneling everybody into the most current game.
What do you need?
I mean, there's way more people playing Diablo 3 right now because of the new season than there are playing D4.
Good evening.
Which is kind of crazy. New season or not, D4, if it was being well run, should be heads above a new season of 2 or 3, and it's not. Increase stamina. I had forgot about it. I didn't notice that it had gone live. I might play around with it a little bit. What do you think so far, some guy? I mean, is it feeling pretty good? What are your thoughts on the new season? I mean, you were kind of looking forward to that solo self-found part of it anyways, right? I might check it out. Maybe we'll check it out Thursday or Wednesday or something. Oh, wait. I'm traveling Wednesday. Maybe Friday. That's cool. How far have you gotten? And what are you playing? What class? Demon Hunter. You know what? I gotta be honest, man. It kind of goes back to that first time that I kind of built out the barb for doing Trav in D2. Barb used to be I just didn't want to play it, but now it's like that's the class I want to play every time. So like if I decide to roll D4 Season 2, I'll probably play the barb again. If I play D3, I'll probably play the barb. That moth, I got him, bastard. course, the throw barb. Is that really a barb? Not getting in there meleeing, so. I think when I played D3, I rolled sorceress or wizard or whatever they called it in that first playthrough. And then I think I played demon hunter. The demon hunter was decent. I didn't mind it in D3. I don't care for the rogue in D4. Like out of all the ones I tried, to me the rogue was my least favorite. That is what they were calling it, right? Anyways, the barb style, or the barb skills are fun in D4. They were fun in D3, but to a lesser extent, because I mean, just all you did was just whirlwind everything. I'm assuming that's probably still the same. I enjoyed D3. I enjoyed the monk. The monk was pretty fun. I think did they call it a paladin, crusader, whatever you call it in D3. That one was okay. I'm gonna make an insight with that. Should I make an insight? Yeah, I don't know what, because I did play around with the rogue in D4. Again, like out of all the ones I tried, that was my least favorite. And of course, it's the strongest strongest class. But yeah, I'd say it fell flat for me too. I didn't like the play style of it. I don't know. I couldn't really tell you what about it. I didn't care for it. It didn't feel that good to me. Even the druid was more fun than barb was. I mean, the rogue was. I forgot about the witch doctor in D3. That was actually the class my dad played the most in D. He played some D3, but he played the witch doctor. I think I played. Honestly, I think I maxed every character like at the beginning of D3, and then they did the X-Pack. The X-Pack added like 2 characters, right? Isn't that where the monk came in with the X-Pack? I did. Oh shoot, where are we going? I got all the characters up to whatever max level was. I don't even remember what it was. Oh, that's damn. I don't have any TPs. Was it just one class that it added? I thought it added the monk as well. Was the monk there at the beginning? I don't remember now.
Thanks.
Was it launched? Okay. The monk was actually pretty OP there for a while. Of course, I honestly, I don't think there's really a weak class in D3. Maybe the wizard or sork. I don't know. I don't think there's really a weak. Oh wait, there we go, flare. I don't think there's really a weak class in D3.
Thanks.
Oh, I killed my merc. What the hell? Wasn't even paying attention.
I can't.
Oh, I don't have a... Now we got a kite. Yeah, let's take that. Yeah, I can see that. What,
Greetings.
who's usually at there's always one that kind of pulls ahead right at the end. There's always a class that seems to dominate leaderboards, though. I mean, that's not to say that the classes or other classes are weak. It's just that one is that much better usually. I don't know if I should make an insight. I don't think that's worth it. Yeah, let's look for a better. We'll put that in there just in case. We'll look for a better base. Did they didn't do any balancing stuff this go around, did they? They just added some features. There wasn't like class changes, was there? Oh, they did some balance stuff. But I mean, it's official though, right? Because after this season, it's considered maintenance mode. They're not actually going to do any more content, right?
Thanks.
But they're going to do new seasons, correct? The seasons will continually cycle. They're just going to recycle the old seasonal stuff. Man, we don't have that much gold. Ooh, we don't have that much gold. We're going to have to watch those reses. Gotcha. I mean, at least you know what to expect, right? Because like with D2 now, we don't know what the hell they're doing. They haven't said anything, like no roadmap, anything. So that's kind of the part that kind of I think gets under people's skin more than anything else. Is we just, you know, you don't get any communication with regards to D2 anymore. At least with D3, they said what they're going to do. You know, you live with it or you don't, but at least you know.
Thanks.
I mean, maybe. Another base. That's a lower one. I mean, you could always hope for that, right? But again, at least, you know, D3, they have some communication. Like, we don't have any right now. Outside of new season, hold on to your seats. Oh my God. Merc's dead again. I need to make him a... What's freezing me? He's gonna kill me with a cold. Alright, get off. There you go. That's what killed my my necro. I don't think we're gonna have the gold to res. There we go. We'll have to take something back to sell.
I am overburdened.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I get that. I mean, some people don't mind just doing the reset. Again, my issue would just be that there's no roadmap. Like, all right, this season's going to be it. We're going to rotate, just do the resets. They don't really, they can't implement like themes for seasons like the other two games. So all they could do is resets. But if they're going to just do that, at least say that's what it is, right? We'll sell that, I guess. Just have skills on it. Yeah, that might actually sell okay. Yeah, just tell us. I mean, just communicate, and then we could plan accordingly, right? I gotta be honest. I think
Yes.
the Diablo franchise, just in and of itself, like the people, because they're all under the one umbrella, right? Like Rod Ferguson, who's like Diablo general manager, is the general manager for all the Diablo titles. So I gotta be honest, I think he might be under the gun with D4. Like, if this season doesn't play out well for them, he might get fired. Because they probably recouped their money at a D4 with the initial launch, and probably made money. I mean, but it's a live service game, so each season should be another resurgence of cash for them. And season 1 was horrid. It fell so flat that I think if the season 2 doesn't pan out and be a huge success, there could be some heads on the block, because that live service game's got to have that influx of cash with each season iteration. Like the whole battle pass model and all that stuff, it's got to happen. And it didn't happen with the first one. First season, that is. So they got to make it happen for this one. Yeah, I mean, because season 1 was horrific. And I know Twitch like viewership isn't an indicator, but it's a decent baseline to see how the game's being received. And D3 is smoking Diablo 4 on Twitch views. It's not even close. I looked before the stream. The D4 Twitch streams is, or Twitch views is sub 1,000 people, which is crazy. It's so far down the list, it barely registers. It's barely beating Diablo 2 as far as Twitch viewership, which is crazy.
Thanks.
Dude, come back here. This is the only thing. If I get cold like this, then I can't attack worth a shit. Because I want to say, like, Diablo 3's Twitch streaming numbers right now, like today, during the middle of the day, is like around 4K viewers. And I want to say D4 was around 500 people. that's crazy for a game that released 3 or 4 months ago. 4 months ago. Shout Grim. Oh wait, I got a decent helmet. We will sell that though. It's not a good look. Yeah, exactly. It is. It's, I mean, those kind of numbers, that's just insane to me. Especially with the way Diablo 4 came out of the gate. You know, it was setting records and, you know, breaking all kind of numbers, and now it is just in the span of like season 2's or season 1's what, 2 months in or something like that, and the game's dead. Dude, come back down here.
Thanks.
Here. To socket. We're gonna make like smoke or something. What's my merc wearing? I need to look at this. We need to make. What am I wearing? Venom Ward. That's actually helpful right now with all the poison damage. Yeah, we're gonna put smoke on my merc. Get his resist up. Where's his resist at? They're okay. Hit recovery resists and the defense missiles. We're gonna make smoke for the merc real quick. We want Neff Lum. Oh wait, I don't have a Lum. Forgot about that. I forget I don't have the bank of runes that I would normally have access to. Cows, well, I'm still going to be rocking this hardcore till we're done. So, yeah, cows, all I could do is what? Normie cows. I'm going to sell that. Do need a lum room though. I think you can get that. I'm pretty sure lums is available in Nightmare. Joe, I've done Project Diablo. And I would be playing that right now if it had the D2R graphics. That's the only thing holding me back. It's a lot of fun. They did a great job with the mods. Project Diablo's a great mod in itself, but it runs off the Relic graphics, and I don't think I could go back to that now. Not after D2R. So that's the only problem. The mods themselves, though, if you could get past the graphics, Project Diablo 2 is the last one I played, and they were doing seasons, and it was a lot of fun. It's cool to play. Yeah, this is still hardcore. Project Diablo 2, as far as mods go, they put everything in the game that we asked for this game, basically. Crap. Just way too many. So yeah, if you want to just, you know, play something different but play Diablo, it's a lot of fun. I mean, and maybe, you know, after the season gets stale for season 5, which it will. I mean, because we're not going to have a ton of stuff to mess with. For next Thursday, well, there's no story. I mean, we're going to be doing the all paladin run if you want to take part in it. We're going to, but here's the thing, and we're going to have to work it out, to change the start time for the season so it's earlier than it was before. So I don't know if everybody will be available. We might just do it at what we normally do, like in the evening. Because the normal start time for the seasons used to be, what, 8 p.m. Eastern, I think? So maybe we just spin it up at that time anyways, even if it does, I mean, because we're not racing anybody, so we might as well do it when everybody can be available. And maybe we just do an 8 p.m. start time, or 7 or something, and we just do that. Because I want to say it's at least 3 hours earlier than normal, which puts it at, like, if people are working, it's like 5 p.m. Eastern, and you know, people want to sit down, eat dinner, and then get going. So it would probably work out better if we did like an 8 p.m. start, even if the season started a little before that, because we're not going to miss out on anything. Sure, not a problem, Tommy. So we'll probably do that, and we'll work out. I think we'll have enough for a full team of 8 paladins, and we'll just run for 3-4 hours, however long. We're not going to push like the old days of running all night trying to level, and then we'll probably just do it again Friday evening and try and get it finished up. I think it'll be pretty fast. I think a full paladin team is going to probably go really fast. It'll be fun. Alright, there's flare. Pop that. We'll get the waypoint in the lower first. I think it's probably going to kill my merc.
Thanks.
He's kind of wandering around like he doesn't know what the hell's going on. I don't remember. We want AR. That's just defense. Don't worry about that. They exist, Tommy, because I found a 220 Sork circlet, but it had teleport charges on it, which kind of sucked because I mean teleport charges on a Sork circlet. I still traded it for a decent amount because it had all resists and it was 220. I don't think it rolled sockets if I remember correctly. But on any other class, those teleport charges are nice. Alright, we'll take that for the money.
This holy blade does not belong in the hands of the Zakarum.
Alright. Maybe. Was it a druid pelt or was it a circlet? It just had druid +2 druid on it. Circlet, okay. Yeah, if it was a +2 circlet, it would either need, it would probably need still have like 220, like run walk, or well, I don't even know if they'd just go with just run walk or like early. It probably still would have needed to be like a FCR, 220 FCR circlet. The teleport charges make it a little interesting, but I don't think that would have necessarily got it into a sellable position. My Merc is so squishy. I'm going to see if I can make it to the waypoint without going back. Why is it not hitting?
I can't carry anymore.
This is probably a waypoint. I should maybe grab it. The waypoint's here. I could go ahead and go back and do flare, do the dungeon instead of going all the way up to Kurast. Yeah. We'll go ahead and do that real quick.
Hello, you. This magic.
Yeah, AR ring. 12.
Greetings.
Ooh, there we go. Now we got a little bit to work with.
Now that fewer...
This will suck. I have to watch the dolls in here. These angles are kind of a pain in the ass for throw barb. Amulet. Just gotta go find an amulet. We'll sell it.
I can't carry anymore. They're
Thanks.
gonna kill my merc. See, I can't. It's hard to tell if you're too close because stuff moves is actually closer than you think they are a lot of times. That's what got my necro killed. Come on back. I don't know how you could play a melee in hardcore. I don't think it's possible. Oh, Merc's dead, didn't even notice. I don't know if we attempt this without the Merc. Just have to sell
I'm
items.
overburdened.
Stay a while and listen.
Yes?
No, I did not. I thought I was getting sick, but it kind of just went away really quick, so I don't. Yeah, probably. My wife,
Good day.
we thought for sure it was COVID because she lost the sense of smell and taste, but it came back pretty quick. She did 2 of those tests, and neither one of them came back as a positive test. They're supposed to be really the testing kits are supposed to be really inaccurate though. So I mean, it's kind of one of them, take it for what it is. And it didn't last for very long. She was probably out of it in like maybe 5 days. It didn't last nowhere near as long as you would think COVID would last. So I don't know, man. It was weird. Let's go different way. Maybe down here. Where'd my merc go? Whoa. It did strike me as kind of funny that all those testing kits are made in China. that one made you just kind of go, okay. Yeah, Bobbio, it's pretty bad, dude. And when I started talking to other people, they were like, one guy that I know, he actually went to the doctor. The doctor gave him 2 different tests. Both came back negative, and the doctor just shook his head like, nah, you got COVID, man. These tests they just don't work. Yeah, Tommy, I'm not either. I got the initial vaccine at the beginning. I never got any of the boosters. I don't know, I just like, screw it. I was more willing to just take my chances with it and hope that the natural immunity after being sick with it would shake out better. And knock on wood, I haven't gotten it yet. Have you ever gotten it, Tommy? I mean, because I know a lot of people that have, but I haven't. Oh, really, Bobbio? How long ago and how long did it last for you? Like the symptoms. How long were the symptoms?
Thanks.
Because we're trying to decide if my wife actually had it or not. Because her symptoms didn't last very long.
Thanks.
What is freezing me? Yeah, Joe, I've heard similar. Like my brother-in-law, he got real sick, like recently, within like the last 2 months. And he ended up in hospital for a little bit. I don't know if he got vaccinated. And I think he's still feeling the effects of it. No, we're talking about actually just getting it, Tommy. Whoa. Yeah, well, I take that kind of stuff with a grain of salt, man. There's always going to be stuff like that. Um, I'm perfectly honest, dude. If it's online, 90% of the time, I don't believe what I see. I mean, it's gotten that to that point.
Thanks.
I mean, it's like other things, like, there's going to be stories in both directions, and the truth's going to be somewhere in between, type of thing. So I take all that stuff with a grain of salt. Everything's so hyper-partisan now that, I mean, you can't really believe anything it says on any side.
I can't carry anymore.
Which is unfortunate. Can't trust anything you hear or read anymore. That's so crazy if you think about it. Yeah, it is, Tommy. It's just that way, man. Everybody wants to push an agenda, and it's just... It's just funny because, I mean, back in the day, it's always, there's always been people have always had agendas, right? There's always been that. It's just gotten to the point where,
What do you need?
like back in the day, if you think about like, how far back are we looking? Like 90s? Even back in the 90s, at least people could have conversations, civil conversations. That just can't happen anymore. It's crazy, man. I just feel like people have got stupider. Just to put it bluntly, man. I feel like people are just dumber than they were. With all the information that's out there, I think it's just actually made people more dumb. Dennis, what's up, brother? What's going on with you? You know what I mean? It's weird. Like, and it might just be, again, where people are just pushing agendas to make the other side look stupid or something. I just see so much dumb stuff these days that it's just... It makes you kind of wonder what's going on. But I will say, and I've seen the stats to back it up, the average IQ in the United States has gone down on average. It don't matter, which side you stand on. There's just too much stupid just to go around. It's just crazy. Whoa, no. Get back.
Thanks.
Zachy, what's up, brother? I mean, I don't know. I just take everything with a grain of salt these days. Dude, that kind of describes it. That is true. Some guy. It's like, I don't know if you guys saw this. When all the Hawaii fire stuff was going on, there's people that swear that China started the fires with space lasers. That wasn't a conspiracy that was actually had some traction. And I just see that and go, let's use a little bit of common sense here. Would they spend millions and billions of dollars to develop space technology to start a wildfire? Or could they just hire somebody or infiltrate somebody and to drop a match on the ground? Which would be easier to do? It's so obnoxious. Yeah, Joe, it is. That's the kind of stuff I don't like. If you're going to come at me with something, you better cite some stuff at this point. I just have a hard time. I don't want to get too far down that rabbit hole. There's just a lot of that. And I don't know. I think the actual technology has made things, you know, they talk about it. You know, you have your phone, and you have access to all the information in the world. You have access to it. How you get that information and utilize it, that's the problem. People live too much off of headlines these days. And Zachy, have you seen all the Unity hubbub that's been going on? You probably follow some of that, don't you? Here's where we're at on it. I think they're going to roll it all back this week. I think they're going to roll all that back this week. But here's what it made people do. It made people question staying with Unity regardless, because they tried to pull these changes, and it will force some, if not a lot of developers to look at Unreal or Godot. Is that what it's called? I guess it depends on what you're developing, though. If you have something that's more in the 3D space, you're probably going to look at Unreal. If you're looking at like 2D development, you're probably going to go to Godot. Godot, yeah. Either way, I feel like Unity is in a lose-lose now, because we're early enough in our development that we could switch. But here's the thing. We crunched the numbers, and I saw several people do it. Even if you switch to Unreal, you end up paying more. The numbers crunch out to where Unity is still cheaper. It's just the way they went about it that's really suspect. Yeah, for sure. The numbers still play out into Unity's favor, but just the way they've rolled out the changes really put a bad taste in people's mouths. Because Unreal Engine is just a 5% revenue cut, no matter what. Yeah, it was horrible for Unity to do it the way they did it. And it kind of makes them less trustworthy in the future. So they've really kind of screwed themselves. People that are starting projects or on the early stages of projects will seriously look at switching before they go too far down the road, but end up paying more. But it won't matter, because just the way they rolled it out just is a horrible look. Yeah, they got to fire that CEO. He's got to get gone. There's no way around it. They got to make him go away because he has screwed the pooch on this one. And they've lost a lot of internal developers over this already. A lot of their team resigned over this stuff. I don't know how they rectify it. Either way, it's a bad look. We're on the fence. We crunched the numbers, and again, it's still cheaper to use Unity, even if they stick to the new monetization. But it's just a bad look, just in general. I know, right? Yeah, hiring. Yeah, I mean, come on, man. It's EA. What are you doing?
Thanks.
But you know, right now we're just kind of watching it. I think I think they're going to roll everything back this week because they put out a tweet last night saying that they're reevaluating and they're going to put out an update in a couple days. So I think they're going to roll the whole damn thing back. And I think they're going to fire that CEO. What's up, Jordan? What's going on, man? Sorry, I had two different chats open. My bad. So I think Unity will roll back. But if they don't cut some people over this, they're going to lose a lot of their base. I don't think there's a way around it.
Good day.
At this point, the only thing people will take is a complete rollback of their changes. That's going pretty good, Jordan. Bobbio, the way it was going to work was it was basically what it was revolved around was an install fee. Like every time the Unity runtime was installed on a new device, there was going to be is a charge after a certain amount, right? But the thing was, it's based off of what was going to be retroactive was the counting of the installs was going to be retroactive. Because once you hit like 200,000 installs at the lowest level, then there was going to be a fee for each install above that. But it's supposed to start on January 1. So, but they weren't going to start counting the installs on January 1. They was going to be going backwards lifetime and counting the installs backwards. So if you had a bunch of installs this year, but the new fee structure started on January 1, they were going to still count all the installs backwards. That's the retroactive part.
Good day.
What's that, Jordan? Bachelor of Science, Computer Science? Is that which is BSCS? Yeah, and then they were doing like changing the TOS. It was real sketch the way they rolled it out. It's bad. It was bad.
This is most.
So that was the big
Yes.
problem. And the fee is not minimal. Like if you paid for the enterprise version, your fees were less, and the starting point was way higher, like 1 million downloads. But if you were at like the free service, it was 200,000 installs, and then 20 cents an install after that. So if you look at that over, like if your game goes viral, and you get like 100,000 installs, like after you've hit that threshold, that's 20 grand out of your pocket that you have to pay. Yeah, Jordan, I got the same, man. I got a BS in computer science as well. So the fee structure was just crazy, and just the way they rolled it out. If you crunch the numbers, it might not have been as bad as people make it out to be. But again, it was just the way they rolled it out, and I think they're going to just take it completely backwards. I think they're going to get rid of it. It's just a bad look in general for them. But anyways, the game we're developing is on Unity, so we're watching it closely. That's the thing with us. The game we've been working on is a Unity development, so it caught our attention pretty quick. But we're early enough, if it really goes sideways, we could potentially switch over to Unreal. I'd rather not, because we'd kind of have to redo all the physics modeling that we've done so far. So, it is what it is. We're early enough in that it wouldn't hurt us too bad. Nah, Jordan, I'm not interested. I do my own work. So, that's where we're at. We're actually starting our we're actually starting an ad campaign this week for driving people towards our site. So y'all might see some stuff pop up. I'm really curious to see what kind of feedback we get on the ad campaign. Yeah, it depends. Yeah, Zeki, how far into projects people are. If you are like getting close to release, you're totally getting hosed. I mean, if you think about where in production people might be, if you're like 6 months out from where you think you're going to go live, you can't do anything about that. You can't port over to a new engine at that point. It's just not feasible. Zaki, what kind of stuff have you been messing around with? I think they're going to roll it back, man. Zaki, I never really asked you. Are you do that kind of stuff on the side, or are you doing work in with stuff? Okay. Dude, I have become a Blender enthusiast. Dude, I love Blender. Nah, Jordan, I'm not interested. Nah, I hear you, man. I've actually gone the other way, right? Because I did mostly programming. Not in the gaming industry. But, dude, like the 3D modeling stuff has been so much fun. Making your own engine, now that is an undertaking. But I can see the appeal for sure. Yeah, before long, I'm gonna turn into a graphics artist. Dude, I'm doing a lot of our own modeling right now. I'm letting the other guys handle like the physics work, and I'm doing like all the 3D stuff right now. And I never would have thought that was going to be the direction I go. But I just been having too much fun with it. I can see, I'm honestly, dude, I can see that being a lot of fun. I mean, from a programming standpoint, I can see that being a lot of fun. Yeah, for sure, man. Because it is. You end up like with us, because I mean, we're having to do some customization with the physics modeling. I don't know if we've made the right decision with Unity to begin with. I think we can make it work, but I feel like we're having to do a little more customization than probably what's in like Unreal out of the box for the 3D, like the physics modeling and stuff. I feel like we're having to do that more.
Thanks.
Because we're trying to do it in Unity. No, get back, dude.
Thanks.
No, get off me. Ooh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Crap. Bobby, there's not going to be any changes, dude. They kind of said it in a second. There was like I don't know if it was on the forums, but they said, I mean, or Pez Radar said that don't be expecting any changes. I mean, it's just. Yeah, Zeki, it gets deep quick.
Yes.
Trust me, I hear you on that one, dude. It gets deep quick.
Hello.
But again, if that's stuff you like to do, I mean, it is really interesting.
Hello.
Like right now, one of the guys on our team is working on animations for characters, and dude, how in depth that actually gets with like using the bone structure of a person to create animations is crazy. I'm kind of glad I'm not messing with it. But fortunately, the guy on our team that's doing that, he's the guy that was the developer on Rocket League. So he did like car animation or car physics with with how Rocket League works. So he has a pretty good grasp. I mean, it's different doing character animation, but understanding how the code works is like he's already in in that direction beforehand. So Fortunately, we have somebody that's actually done that kind of stuff just in general. Oh yeah, Ozeki. It's even like getting the hand position correct on a weapon that you have is a lot. If you think about, because you'll have different size weapons and where the grip might be and where you hold it is insane. To get that consistency so that it doesn't look wonky with the hand twisted a certain way, that kind of stuff. It gets pretty in depth, but it's something that this guy's really good at just in general. I mean, obviously car animations and people animations going to be way different, but he has that base knowledge of dealing with that kind of stuff. So I mean, it's not like we're like a group of people that just decided we were going to make a game, but we had no background in just programming and just just following certain methods and logic to get something in place. We've all together, the three of us probably have 40 years in development total. And at least one of us has like a lot in game development. So I feel like we're in a pretty good spot. I don't think we're just it's like a pipe dream type situation. I mean, we got guys, the guys that are in it with me. I mean, we're learning stuff at the same time, but we're in a position where learning this stuff is not like something new for us. We've learned technologies before and adapted and applied them, so it's that part's not different. My Merc's gonna die. Need to fight around that.
Hello.
So it's pretty cool. It's a lot of fun.
Greetings.
Maybe I'll show y'all like a quick top down on the level I'm building. We'll get to a good spot. I'll show y'all. Quick overview. You can see like what we're actually building. I'll show you a little quick peek. Get back here, dude. Where's my Merc at? Besides dying. Ew. This freeze is going to get me killed. We might have to alt out. Because we're going to run into that other pack up here. And I can't get away from the cold. Yeah, we got to get out. Yeah, I'm going to have to, man. That's so annoying. I was about to get pinched with that other boss pack. Alright, let's see. Take a look at something real quick here. Dennis, it's the current state of the games right now that's making us develop our own. And it's not even this genre with the Diablo stuff. It's like me and these guys that I'm doing this with. With them, I play like shooter games like Warzone, Battlefield, those kind of games. And those games are in such a bad state right now, and they were pissing us off to no end. They were like, screw it, we can make something better than this. So that's what we're doing. Alright, hold on. Let me see if I can open this. I don't want to close. Alright, I'm gonna open up. This is not the game engine. This is just a 3D modeling. I'm doing like a lot of the layout and stuff in this software right here. This is called Blender. Blender is a 3D modeling tool, so like you can make stuff. Basically, you just take stuff and you can make them into different things. Like for instance, you could like it starts you with various different shapes, and you could take this and make it into like a building of some sort. This is like just that. This is just modeling. You could do animations and stuff in Blender, but this is just modeling. This is where I'm doing like, it's not the finished product, even though you can make it in this. This is just, I'm laying out, I'm doing my level design in Blender and just laying out like the footprints of the level. So I'll show y'all what I've laid out so far. Now this is going to be the way our game is designed. It's if you've played any, and some of you guys have played it, played Warzone, which is basically a battle royale where it's the last team or last man standing wins the match type of thing. So we're doing that, but instead of doing it on just a flat plane level, like Warzone's built on like a 2 kilometer by 2 kilometer map, and all the teams drop on the map and you fight it out until there's one team left. That team wins. We're doing it in a vertical scale where we're going to do it inside of the first map we're doing is inside of a pyramid. So even though you're in a more condensed area, I think we calculated out the size of our pyramid with the total floors. We're somewhere in the area of around 6 million square meters, I think. Square feet or square meters. I forget the total footprint. Now, obviously, we're not going to utilize all that, but it's size-wise, it falls out to be, if you laid out all the floors, about a third of the size of like a Warzone map, but it's not going to be as many teams. So, like on Warzone, you drop in with, I forget how many teams. In ours, it's like 150 people. Ours is going to be like 80 max. So this is the first floor of the basement, or of the basement, Jesus, of the pyramid. And I'm laying it all out now. So this is the footprint of the first floor. So this is what I've built out so far. And to give you a scale, if you were to stand at one end of it and look across, it's about 400 meters. So to give you perspective, if we get down here, I don't think I have any of the guys in here. And again, this is all low poly modeling where we're just trying to get a footprint. I don't have I could put the floor in place. I have the floor removed so that I could see the graph on the ground. Each one of these little squares is 1 square meter. So this is what it actually would look like, kind of. And once we get the storyline in place, you'll understand why it's like this inside of a pyramid. But like these columns, there's actually going to be a ceiling at this point. But the whole idea is you're going to run around here and shoot other people, other teams. So this is kind of the way the layout's going to be. And there's going to be, I forget how many floors. Like this is this kind of represents like this level here where these windows are is going to be the next level. There's going to be a level here, and obviously it's going to get smaller because you're in a pyramid. But it's hard to see the scale of this until, well, that's the thing. I'm not actually doing any programming in this. Dennis, this is literally just a modeling software. So like I was showing you, you just take a cube and you start building all this stuff out. and you could actually make, I mean, you could get some pretty in-depth stuff. Like, again, this is all low poly. What I mean by that is it's low, you would think of it as like a low resolution, but we're laying this out so that we could get people in here and testing on it. Once I get this floor finished out, we're probably going to get people to download like a base version of the game to where you can shoot and run and fight, just to get a flow or how it feels inside of this. And as we add floors, we'll open up more testing phases for that. But this is just basically what is here is to offer cover for people fighting. I mean, that's all this is here for. None of the physics is involved in this. This is just the modeling software. But I still have to finish out like this wall and this wall full of stuff. But yeah, that's kind of where it's going to be at. But just in general, it's a lot of fun. I've had a blast with it. I'm sure Zeki can attest to it too. Just building stuff in general is a lot of fun.
Greetings.
That's... Dennis, I don't know. It will be cross-platform. How that's done, I don't know. You don't have to change. You probably have to make some sort of how do I put this? You would have to build a separate piece that connects all the platforms so that they could communicate. But that's actually outside of the base program. So, I mean, our plan is for it to be cross-platform because you cut out way too much of the market not opening up to consoles. Right. What is Zeki saying? A lot of it is built in. Because most games that come out these days of any scale are cross-platform. Because, I mean, the console market, I mean, the PC part of it is smaller part of the pie than the console parts. Gaming is kind of controlled by the console market. Like between PlayStation and Xbox, they make up a huge portion of the market. So you have to have any sort of success. You kind of have to make it cross-platform. There's just no getting away around it. I mean, you can make niche games if you want to keep it simple and put it out on Steam as a PC-only game. I mean, a lot of people do that. A lot of people make smaller indie games, pretty simplistic, and they'll just keep them on PC that you could download off of Steam for $3-4 or whatever. Dennis, it's more just because of them utilizing a lot of the legacy code for D2 that they honestly, my guess is that they would have had to done a lot of rewrites to make it fully cross-platform. Blizzard has the capability to do it. It's more of a... I don't think they wanted to invest in doing it, is more the thing. It had nothing to do with capability. They could have made it fully cross-platform if they wanted to. That's the problem. it is. I mean, they could have done it. They just didn't want to. It's honestly that simple, dude. They made it kinda so because they wanted to capture the console market, so they made it available on console, right? But they would have probably had to have really redone or completely changed or rebuilt the lobby mechanics and to create games and join games. They would have had to have completely rewritten it to make it available for multiple platforms to access one game.
I am overburdened.
Thanks.
Come on, dude. I think I'm going to have to rebuy that Merc. I think he's just falling behind in levels. I'll have to check it when I res him. Lightning resist. We'll go ahead and stick that in there for now. Now we'll start replacing. Where'd he go? Dude, they've already captured that market. I mean, it's one of them things where they already got the console players that are going to play console. I don't think you're going to get more players from the console market if you made it capable for players that are in console to play with players on PC. I don't know that they would actually pick up that many more people. I don't think it would, well, at least the way I think they would look at it is I don't think they feel like it would gain them even enough to warrant the cost of making the changes. You know, you got to remember too with D4 being out there that they're more interested in pushing people over to D4 that's already got the people or the code in place to play cross-platform. So why go back to D2 and do it? Oh crap! How much money do I have? Not much at all. Let's sell some stuff. Let's sell that. I don't know if it's going to be much. Basically, I mean, I don't see them doing anything with D2 anymore. They'll release the seasons. Maybe we'll see a little balanced thing or a new rune word or something in the future, but it's not going to be much. I just don't see them making a ton of changes at this point. Do I take the crushing blow? I guess it's working out. Sell that. Don't need that. I just think they feel like they'll make more money dumping money into D4 than they will making any more change in D2. I just don't think they'll go that direction. What level's this guy? He's 47. What level am I? What? No, he's right there with me. Okay. I thought he was too low. I thought he had fallen behind in levels. What's the damage on his weapon? 158. I don't know if that halberd will get that with the insight put in it. Just start picking up rings and amulets. Sell. I know, dude. I just I can't believe they're already talking about that. That just blew my mind when I heard about it. I don't know if we're going the right way here. I feel like we might be going back into marsh. Nah, they won't, dude. I think Blizzard's beyond learning at this point. We'll see if Microsoft is in a different place. Blizzard, I think they're lost. The Blizzard of old will never be seen again. That's just not going to ever happen. It's unfortunate, but I mean that's the reality of it. And I don't know that Microsoft's going to be any better. We can only hope. Stop juking. That's, well, yeah, it is Activision, but Blizzard sold out to them. I mean, I don't think Activision had the best reputation before Blizzard sold. I don't know if it was a hostile, though. Anybody know if that was just a hostile takeover?
Thanks.
Yeah, see, he just leveled. He's gonna die right here. Just face tanking that fire.
Thanks.
No, Eric, nothing, dude. Dennis, 100%. We're looking at this as building a studio. And there's a couple of things that we're already looking past. And one of them is, for me personally, is to go the Diablo route with a great ARPG. And then we're also looking at a couple of guys are like really interested in like historical World War II type stuff, and they kind of want to build a game around that. But yeah, the goal is to get it to where if this game does well, move into other games. What's up, Bob? Yeah, Mike, for sure. And they went into other studios and built other games. It just didn't hit as high. You know, I mean, let's face it. Blizzard North punched out some titles that just... I don't know if it was luck. Maybe it was the environment. Maybe it was their hiring practices. But, dude, the IPs that Blizzard North put out are, like, legendary.
Thanks.
My merc's gonna die again. Just too many targets. The hit reg on throwing weapons is gonna be kind of janky. Yeah, for sure, Bob. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that comes into play, right? But yeah, I mean, our goal is to move beyond just shooter games. I just feel like the market is kind of open for a decent battle royale, different style. So we'll see. I mean, we'll know. Like I said, we're doing some marketing research now. We're going to put out a little ad campaign to see what kind of feedback we get. Well, yeah, some guy, and that's the success behind Baldur's Gate, because it was a private studio that didn't have that. So they built it the way they wanted to build it and included all the things they wanted to put in it, and I mean they put out a hit. I mean, was it Larian Studios? Is that the Baldur's Gate dev team? I mean, they didn't have anybody they were beholden to, so
I am overburdened.
they put out a quality product. Well, that's cool, Joe. I mean, I think it'll be fun to play around with. I'm personally looking at it. I mean, I'm enjoying what we're building, and I do enjoy BRs. But I mean, I'm already looking to like what else we can create if we can make this take off. Because like between myself and the other three guys, we've got like 70 years of total gaming experience just in general. We're all like hard, big time gamers. I mean, I couldn't even tell you how many hours of, how many years of gaming I have personally. I think we were looking at that. I think myself, just in general, I mean, I've been gaming since I was a teenager. I got 40 years plus of gaming. Well, I mean, y'all already kind of know what I like. I mean, y'all have seen me play Diablo 2 enough to know what parts of it I truly like. I mean, there's not really a bad side to D2R for me. Outside of them just like, you know, letting it die. But I love everything about it. It is, Joe, and that's the problem with the bigger studios is, I mean, they are corporations that are looking at the bottom line. And obviously we want to make money, but we just want to have a good game that's fun to play. I mean, that's what it boils down to, right?
I can't carry anymore.
Exactly, Mike. Dude, if you look at how I play like 7 days in this game, even like D4 when we were playing it, I love stashing everything away. Well, Joe, I mean, you got to be. I feel like, you know, people that make games need to be passionate about gaming. I mean, and that's probably true to some respect with a lot of, like, even like the Diablo 4 team. But I mean, I'm willing to bet that, like, I mean, like when they showed those two developers, I don't know if they were like they created dungeons or something. They were like horrible at the game though. I mean, I feel like if you're gonna make a game, you better know how to play it. I don't care at what piece of the puzzle you're at in the game itself, like creating it. You need to know how to play the damn game well. I think they were playing it, Joe. They just didn't know how to play it. Because they were literally just going through left-clicking everything. They were hardly using any of the skills, any of the different attacks. They were left and right-clicking everything. And then somebody in marketing made the decision that they thought that was a good idea to put some developers playing the game that sucked at it and put it out as a video. It is, Joe. I mean, some guy. It has to be, right? Especially if you're in a big team. I still feel like no matter how compartmentalized it is and at what part of the game you're working on, you need to be playing the damn game and knowing how to play it. Period. I wouldn't hire anybody elsewise. I wouldn't. Because we talked about it. I mean, we're going to have to, if we could get the funding for it, we're going to have to do some hiring and build a small team. But we're not going to hire anybody that's not going to play the game and be good at it, or at least know how to play it. Yeah, it's just that kind of stuff just blows my mind, dude. You don't have to be an expert gamer, but I mean, you should have the mechanics. I mean, like for instance, with those two that were playing it, the D4. They didn't use, I mean, you only have 6 skills to play D4, and they were still only using 2. Yeah, Mike, for sure, dude. Eric, exactly. Just the fact that they pre-recorded it, watched it, probably did some editing. No, definitely did some editing because I remember there being some cuts in it. And then releasing it thinking, that's a good one. I mean, what? What are you doing? It got torn to shreds. I mean, what's that conversation look like? I mean, somebody looked at that and goes, that'll be a good one to put out. I mean, it just, and that's the point a lot of people were making. Like, what? Who looked at this and went, yeah, this is great for marketing. Let's show our developers that design the dungeons that don't even know how to play the damn game. Win-win. But then it makes you wonder who maybe that was marketed towards.
I can't carry anymore.
Like, I hate to be that person, but I mean, it was an obvious choice to pick two women first off. And we won't tell you what, we won't go beyond that, even though we could. Who was that actually marketed towards? It's just, I don't know. It's just all around, it was just a poor decision. It was just bad marketing. The PR they got from that was so negative. I think they ended up turning like the comments off on the video. It was rough. Alright, we're back. Can we kill these? Oh, no, they're not speed. Could probably kite these around a decent bit. Is he cold enchanted? No. Yeah, they definitely threw him to the wolves. Now, Eric, I don't even think that was the play, though. I think it was a virtue signal. See where I'm going with that? I think they were just virtuous signaling to the diversity aspect, which is just, it didn't ring true, put it that way. Because everybody saw through it. Everybody looked at it and was like, what are y'all doing? Oh, and it's this is one thing from the marketing perspective on the stuff we're doing that we've already kind of taken internally a hard stand on. The characters themselves, the women are going to be hot, and the men are going to be the rugged alpha male badass type characters. I mean, we just don't want to play those stupid games. I mean, did y'all see what they did to Lara Croft for Call of Duty of all things? They made Lara Croft. They're adding a Lara Croft character into Call of Duty Warzone, but she's like a little mousy, small boob, like the opposite of what Lara Croft is. Yeah, right, Eric. That one to me was kind of bizarre as well. I mean, they catered to it, but then they kind of didn't. I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. Because they did go that direction. I don't know. None of it makes any sense to me. I have no explanation for the decisions they make, and none of it makes any sense. No, Mike, that's the thing, man. I mean, who wants to play ugly characters? It does, some guy. I mean, that's the problem, right? I feel like they try and try and cover everything, and it just makes it worse for everybody. Instead of just I don't know, go back to what used to work. I mean, it would still work today if you piss off a demographic. It's probably going to be a small one. Just take it for what it is. There's no trying to make everybody happy usually just pisses everybody off. There's no win to that. You can't do it. Probably should get my merc back. I don't think I have enough cash for it. Let me think about that case. Try to make no one happy. Deliberately? Because I mean, I think you could inadvertently make no one happy. But I don't know that you can make a case for them trying to make no one happy. I don't know. I'd have to think about it. Oops. Right. Oh, no. Alright, we gotta get the merc. I don't think I have enough money, though. This cold enchanted stuff's what gets me killed. I'm about to die again. Or about to have to escape out again. I need to find the waypoint. Oh, that's right. We talked about it. I should have got some thawing potions. Alright. I don't know if I have enough. Yeah, I don't think we're end up going to go the character creation route anyways. I think we're just going to go with base characters and the ability to like unlock skins and stuff. I think we're shying away from doing like character creation. Some people like it, but I think overall, I mean, most people just want to jump in and play. And if you make enough good characters, then the character creation part becomes kind of moot. I don't think it really matters at that point. Yeah, we are, Jeb. We're watching that closely. Don't you kill my merc. I mean, I get it that, you know, people would want to play themselves if it was possible. But a lot of times in the character creation stuff, I don't know. I feel like in what we're trying to build, I can see it maybe being in a different style game, but I think in a shooter game, I think we're okay with just going with base models and working from there. That'll be worth a little bit of cash. We need that money. Yeah, exactly, Mike. I mean, especially in a shooter, you know, you'll have all the gear, tactical equipment, weapons hanging off of you. Even in like Conan Exiles has a huge character creation thing, but then when you put like the armor and stuff on, you can't see any of what you created. I mean, you can't. I mean, after a certain point, like, you know, you got helmets and armor and everything else, and you don't even see what you created. Everything's covered. Get off me. Two fires. Oh, another. Merc, where are you going? Go over here. Yeah, okay, so you're right. We're taking that into account. We're just, the grind's going to be different than the normal shooter grinds. We're actually doing a loot grind versus a just a gun grind like you'd normally run into, like the skins. That kind of stuff is we're doing it. We're taking that approach way different. And I think that's what's going to kind of set what we're doing apart. Because there's still going to be a grind, but it's going to be we're doing a loot system like Diablo, where there's going to be loot drops off of other players that you kill. That will you're going to unlock your items for your loadouts through drops. And you know, it might fall flat. I think the concept, if we build it right, I think the concept's actually good, and it'll appeal to a little different audience. Because grind will still be there. New. Because I'll get into a little detail. This is how it'll work. So you're going to have your same systems in place, right? Like you have your guns with all the attachments. The thing is, there's going to be tiers to each type of gun and each type of attachment. Say, for instance, you got an M4. There's going to be a base M4 all the way through a legendary just a base gun. And the only way to unlock those is to have them drop off of another player. Like if you kill a player, it's going to be like in Diablo 2 where you have X amount of items drop. And then out of those items that drop, there's going to be a tier to each of the items. Like, so the attachments will have tiers, 5 tiers, from base white attachment all the way up to a legendary attachment. And each one of those has a little more optimal, like say for instance, like a foregrip, like in normal BRs or gun games, that like adds or changes some sort of recoil to the gun itself. Through the tiered system, the higher the tier, the more optimal the effect of that item is. Like the recoil on the recoil stability on like a base item will be less than the recoil stability on a legendary item. In other words, the legendary item will have a lot better recoil control. And we're going to do that through all the weapons, all the attachments for all the weapons, gear. There's going to be tactical gear, boots, helmets, gloves, and you build your loadout going into the game. Yeah, exactly, Eric. It's not, yeah, like most gun grinds, and we're going to do that, and we haven't worked it out yet. That's going to take, I think we might potentially build in skin drops as well for weapons. There's a potential for a skin to drop on top of being able to get the items to drop. You could potentially get a skin drop, and they're probably going to be kind of rare. So you put in a loot chase into the gun grind instead of like Eric's talking about, where they have 100 kills, 100 crouch shots, 100 headshots, 100 prone kills. I mean, just all that kind of stuff that they build into the normal gun grind. We're going to do a loot grind for that, and I think we will have some of that in game, like from chests and boxes and stuff, but the best stuff will drop off of killing other players. And the way we're doing it now, because we want to keep the pace of the game pretty decent, right? So if you kill a player, you'll see the drop, but you don't have to look through it. Yes, higher level players that are better geared than you have a higher chance to drop better gear. That is also built in. We're doing that as well. And it's not based off of what they have equipped. The the drops will be just from a loot table. It won't matter what they have on, but if you are a lower level with less gear, there's going to be some numbers in play there to set up the differential. If you take on a better player and you kill them, you have better odds of getting better drops. I think this is like, I honestly, the more we've talked it out, I think this is gonna like be game changing. I honestly think this is, since this is moving so far away from the standard gun grind, loot grind, or gun grind for like shooters, I think I like that, man. I think it's potentially got the. I think there's a chance this might be like sets a new standard for shooter games, because all of them use the same gun grind, right? Like Battlefield does it, Call of Duty does it, and it's just like Eric was saying. You get 100 kills, you get the next level. You know, to unlock this attachment, you do 100 headshots, blah, 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 blah. I mean, and they're all the same across 50 different guns. Because we're going to have an extensive amount of guns, too. I mean, there's going to be a lot. And you could do that with skins for the guns, skins for your armor, your helmets. I mean, just all kind of stuff. And they're all going to be based off the tiered. White base is like the standard, and it all the way up to a legendary. And it's not going to be where you got to like look through all the loot when it lands. The way it's going to play out, because you want it to be still fast paced, right? When you kill somebody, that loot will drop, but all you have to do is run through it. I don't know about that part yet, Case. We hadn't actually got into that. It could potentially be in the game. We haven't thought it out that far yet. Because we're thinking about creating some sort of in-game auction house. So, but we would have to get into some sort of currency, that sort of stuff. Because we're trying to meld like the best pieces, the enjoyable pieces for different genres that people really like. So we're looking at that as well. But that's like further down. No, definitely not real money. Definitely not real money. But I mean, there's components of different games that I think would still meld into this type of game. But back to the point I was saying. Like, say you kill somebody. You run through, you get their loot. You don't get to actually access that till the game's over. And at the end of the game, you'll see everything that you've picked up, and you could use that in your next loadout going forward. Yeah, some guy. We talked about that as well, that you can accumulate some sort of currency based off of play. Like, and if you do better, maybe you get a little more, that sort of thing. We've kind of felt it out, because again, these are all, at least for me, these are all components of different games that I enjoyed messing around with. Because I don't mind the gun grind in like Call of Duty, like unlocking the skins and attachments and stuff. It just got boring after a while, because you know, once you finish one, you got a new gun, and you just start it all over again. I don't know yet, Eric. We are looking at some ways to do some meme weaponry. We are looking at that. We're looking at some ways of having some really crazy stuff in there that you wouldn't expect. So that is. Because, yeah, I mean, that's the same. I even did that in Call of Duty, right? Like Warzone, me and the guys, we would, like, just put, like, crossbows on and just go in with just crossbows. Dennis, dude, because I mean, dude, I don't know, man. I think they're all fun ideas, and I don't understand why they're not in games already. Here's something I was thinking about, because somewhere in the pyramid, I was thinking about building out like an armory of some sort, and like I feel like if you could go into that room, there'd be like spears and stuff on the wall that you could like grab a spear and just throw it one time and potentially get a kill off of it or something. Well, yeah, Case, that's what I'm saying, because you'll be able to pick all that stuff up and you'll get duplicates, right? So we feel like we don't want the duplicates to go to waste. So we could either set up. Here's the thing: we hadn't decided you could potentially set up a crafting system off of duplicate items. Like you could break them down into materials to maybe craft something else. Like say you got 8 of this, this stock or something on a gun. You could break it down and you make a higher tier of that stock, maybe. That sort of thing. Or make it tradable. There's a bunch of directions we could get it. Because, I mean, coming from this genre of game, the RPG games that I enjoy, having those kind of systems are always fun to me. Yeah, Eric, for sure, man. Just the heat, just tossing it in one direction and seeing if you get a kill. Dennis, I just felt like the creativity has fallen off a lot of the gaming industry. I don't know, because there's aspects to these games that people enjoy that they just don't build off of. You know what I mean? But here's the thing. And this is what I always like talking about it in stream, because I get great ideas from you guys as well. I mean, there's been stuff that we talk about that, because we've touched on it a little bit, but I kind of like the idea of incorporating some trading in there somewhere. It's called Up Wars, Case. We already have a website, and we're putting out some marketing on it. Well, Eric, that's the thing, dude. I mean, look at what Call of Duty's doing now. The latest Call of Duty, or the one that's out now, the MW2, is just pulling like old stuff. MW3, which is coming out in October, Modern Warfare 3, they're using 16 of the old maps from MW2. The old MW2 from back, early 2000s or whatever it was. They're reusing 16 maps from the old game. Yeah, hold on, Case. I'll give you the link, man. I'll punch you to the website. We got like a basic website put up that we're working on get some more in-game stuff, and we got as we create imaging and concept art, we're putting it on the website. So the site's constantly changing. Hold on, I'll give you the website. Oops, what is that? Oh. Opened up one of my old videos for some reason. Alright, here's the website. And again, we're going to be doing an ad campaign upcoming week, just to get some feedback coming in onto the site, get some hits on the site. mean, we're serious about this. This is not us just goofing around. We're serious about this. Yeah, Eric, that's what they're doing, man. Because they're making so much money off of doing that. Why not do it? But again, that kills the creativity. They're not doing anything new, right? Yeah, Dennis, kind of. I mean, that's what it's going to boil down to. I've already built up a list of weapons. I don't even know how many I got already. 50 plus, easily, because I haven't even done all the pistols yet, or the shotties. I haven't done all the shotties yet either. We're well past 50 plus weapons, and you multiply that times the tiers, and then all the attachments. Yeah, yeah, I came up with that one. Yeah, it takes you to the bottom of it, and then you scroll up. But yeah, that background image for the pyramid, though, I don't really care for it. So once we get something built in the engine, we're going to use that as a background. We just wanted something in place to have as a background for now. All right, where do we need to go?
I am overburdened.
But I mean, I just think the concepts are different, man, and I think they'd be enjoyable in a shooter, and that's kind of the whole point, right? And we'll be coming out with different maps. I mean, we're going to start with the pyramid map, but there's going to be different iterations of the fighting upwards motif. Yeah, Dennis, for sure, man. I mean, we still want to make money at it, but we're all gamers, man. We want a fun game to play. And again, it's just a jump off point for other projects if we can get this going. Can you build an inside in a Warfork? I don't remember. That don't matter. Alright, so now we got bow and battle command. Oh, that sounds good. See you, man. Yeah, it is. God dang, it's 5:30. Man, some barbecue chicken. That'd be good. Oh. Yeah, I know, Bob. That's why we kind of like the concept. Here's one we thought of. I thought was a really cool idea because you have to have something forcing you up, right? So I was thinking about doing a sinking ship. So you're going up into the ship, but it's not that something's rising pushing you up. It's that the ship's falling and the water's pushing you up. There's so many options to that. Yeah, Tommy, what you got, man? Oh, so much stuff. Back up, dude. Back up. Dumbass. And after all that, I forgot the bow. I need to set that up on a hotkey. Actually, Case, that dude, we're gonna have to put that in as an Easter egg, man. 100%, just for you guys. 100%, because we are gonna have like different types of helmets and stuff. Gotta have a Shaco as a legendary. that that would actually be funny. I don't know that Microsoft's doing it to shut them down. Because the D2 stuff, it's still Activision, dude. The Microsoft deal hadn't finished yet. The dish rag. Yeah, for sure. Oh, dude, man, that would be funny as hell. I'm gonna have to do that just for the memes. You guys would think it's funny at least. Most people wouldn't get it, but you guys would get it. Well, I can't really think anything off the top of my head. What have they shut down gaming wise, Tommy? Yeah, I don't know anything about flight sims. Some games are just going to close down just because the code gets deprecated. I could kind of see that if they're older games. Maybe I don't know off the top of my head. I don't know necessarily that it's just because it's they're doing it just to get rid of games. There might be like a design decision behind it, perhaps. Alright, damn it. Just remember to do bow. Alright, let's get those hotkeys set up real quick. Alright. Let's just do that right now. Yeah, Bill Gates is definitely sketchy, man, for sure. I get that point. I think if anything gets closed down, it's usually just because, it could be graphics related or just deprecated code that just it's not worth upgrading, maybe. There are some of the legacy old games that get repurposed and rebuilt to match current technology. So I don't know. I don't know if it's necessarily just a Microsoft thing, though. You know what I mean? It might be just an industry type of thing. All right, dude, back up. Big stuff. Back up, dude. Big stuff. Don't get surrounded. Back up, dude. Look, he's up there fighting out of line of sight.
Thanks.
I can't even see him. Back up.
I am
Go ahead and
overburdened.
take that to sell. I mean, some stuff just doesn't match current technology, and you just can't use it anymore.
Good morning.
Good money, good money. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of referring to, Bob. It's just some of them just can't run on current technology, and you have to get some sort of weird emulator or some company to actually upgrade it, upgrade the software to match current tech, which they do. What's that website that sells a lot of the older versions, older games that have been repurposed? What's the name of that website? Because I bought like the old couple of old games there. Yeah, GOG. Because it does take a little bit to get those to work. Yeah, Tommy, if you're like into the nostalgia thing and want to look for some of the older games, you could go on some of these websites that repurpose them to where they'll work, and you could find a lot of those older titles still. Get back, dude.
Thanks.
Oh, he's gonna die. Back up. I never played any of those Pokemon. I know some people that they just got so deep into those. Extra gold defense. We'll check that later. Yeah, because D3 was, oh, jeez, man. 2012? Pretty sure it was 2012. So that's already 11 years old. Alright, we'll get the sewer right here.
I am overburdened.
Let's check those charms real quick. Definitely not. Man, we got some bad charms. And we'll put that in a 1 + 1 strength. Were they doing the dev streams for the Diablo 4 stuff this week? You guys know off the top of your head? I'm probably not going to stream it. I don't care that much, to be honest. But I'm curious to get the highlights off of it. Where's my merc at? He's in here getting beat. Hiding in the corner. Good job, dude. Just run by him. Whoa. Take that. Come back over here. Merc is too dumb. Yeah, Zeki, I'm going to play it just because I have to use my battle pass. So I want to, you know, at least take advantage of the early access battle pass that I paid for. So, I mean, and they're supposed to be, you know, putting out a bunch of stuff according to them. That's why I'm curious to see what they say about it. Whether it's just going to be a bunch of smoke or if they're actually going to put out some worthwhile stuff. I mean, I was saying earlier, unless they, you know, unless they address the itemization stuff, and, you know, if there's, I don't know what their sole focus is going to be on, but if they don't do something about the drop rates for, like, the super drops and all that kind of crap, I don't know how well this season's going to play out again. Season 1 was a disaster. I mean, there's no getting around that. I was never into a Monster Hunter, but I know some people that, I mean, they said it's an awesome game. So, yeah, I know there's a lot of excitement around the new Monster Hunter. Ooh, dude, where am I taking damage from?
Thanks.
Why is that thing not dying? Where's he at? Yeah, Bob, I've not heard any bad things about Monster Hunter. I mean, the people that I know that play it just rave about it, which is good, man. I'm glad that, I mean, that kind of game's still out there that consistently bring out a good product. That's awesome. We could always hope, Azeki. Right? I mean, and we'll see. But yeah, I mean, since I did, you know, I bought the early access version and that gave me the battle pass, I want to at least take advantage of it.
Thanks.
I hear you, man. I mean, you gotta add, you gotta add something to it, right? To make it enjoyable. I mean, if that's what it is, I mean, that's cool. I mean, if y'all having fun playing it together, I mean, that's great.
Thanks.
No, Eric, they don't, dude. $40. Don't hold your breath, Tommy. It's gonna be a picture of an iPhone. There we go. Back up, dude. Marks are so dumb.
Thanks.
Whoa.
I am overburdened.
Yeah, Eric, their itemization ideas are definitely different from mine. For sure. Ooh, there we go. Nice little charm for where we're at. What was that? Lightning resist? Alright, what do we replace? Need the AR. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, that's why I hand pick up my guitars, man. I've never ordered a guitar online for sure. Every one of
I
mine's
can't
been
carry anymore.
in-store purchase.
I am overburdened.
Alright. We're getting there. We're getting there. What's he mean by general unique item? Are you talking about like class specific?
Hello.
Greetings.
I don't know if that's possible, right? Just because of the way the classes are set up. I don't know how general you can get with the items. Just with the way they structure the stats. I guess potentially you could. I mean, yeah, they do have some already.
Good evening.
They just, I mean, it's just, it would be the same for like Diablo 2. Some general items wouldn't be great on some classes. I mean, we have some like Shaco. Every class can use a Shaco, right? I mean, I could kind of see it's not an either or though, right? You could kind of do both. I just wish they'd broaden that out way beyond where they're at because, like right now, what's up, Josh? The I think even now the unique count is like still like 50 something.
Good to see you.
I think they just need more. I mean, you can make them class specific, and then you could probably sprinkle in some that would work across a broader set of classes. I don't disagree with that, but it's not an either or. You could probably do both pretty easily. I'm willing to bet they have items in queue for seasons that they're just releasing them too slow. Yeah, I mean, more content for sure. I would rather see them focus more on getting the itemization a little stronger for like a season and really strengthening that part of the game versus balance changes, these random seasonal pieces. I mean, that's what turned me off of the game. I didn't feel like I was moving towards something. And you know, like they have those, like, yeah, outside of max level, that's a horrible grind just to get max level. You imagine playing D2R where your only goal is to max level, regardless of gear. That would be boring. But that's what, you know, from 80 to 100, that's all you're doing. Yeah, Josh, dude, I did that from 90 to 100. My whole thing was I just want to at least be able to say that I did grind a character all the way to 100. Yeah, I know they were talking about adding more targetable farming bosses, but what are you farming for? That's my question. What are you farming for? Maybe that means that they're going to expand the itemization, because they did specifically say target farming bosses for uniques. They specifically said that. So, but are they going to be like Uber Lilith, where you got to be to 100 and it's like a really, 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 really hard fight? Or are they going to tier the bosses at different levels? Yes, that's 70 to 80 is that spot where it just falls off.
Good morning.
Yeah, Zeki. I mean, and that's not enough of a goal to me, right? You need more than that. If you're gonna tout a live service game with end game content, you got to have more than one boss, and you got to be able to upgrade your gear more than just these really slight increments. I played around with it, Josh. It's a hard fight. It's a hard fight. And I tried to do it after they nerfed the barb, and it just felt so weak.
Good day.
Yeah, I get that, Ezeki. I just wish the open world aspect that they touted is not, it doesn't really feel that good, right? Like, open world for them is being in a zone with, what is it, like max 12 or 16 that can be in your zone, because they do that shift to where only so many people can be viewable because of if another character is in your, they load all the elements of the character, including what they have in their stash or something. There was some, they were talking about that. That's why it was limited, because it not only loaded when a character was loaded into your zone, they don't also load in what they're wearing, but everything else they have, and it was causing issues if they try to do more than the amount of characters that they're loading now. It's just some really bad concepts. It just doesn't feel as epic as it could be if you were able to load in way more characters. Yeah, it's not good game design. There's no way that when you have a character in your instance, that for you the other character has to have load in everything that they have for that character. That's you could stagger that. It could be, Eric. Dennis, yeah, Uber Lilith's no joke for sure. Yeah, that's the thing. We can't trade, so I'm assuming there's some trading going on, but I don't think it's that much, to be perfectly honest.
Good to see
I don't
you.
know. I think they just made some poor choices, and they need to rethink them. Their season 1 was definitely bad, and they know that it was bad. And I think people's heads are going to roll if season 2 is another disaster. Because look, hold on, let's take a look. I'm going to show y'all where, we were talking about this earlier. I'm going to show y'all where Diablo 4 is in Twitch viewership.
Hello.
I still haven't found it. Yeah, here it is. Alright, check it out. This is Twitch viewership right now for Diablo 4. Look where it's at. 672 people. Diablo 4. A game that came out 5 months ago now? Where's Diablo 3? Diablo Mon-Wed-Fri with their new season. Still scrolling. Still scrolling.
Hey,
Still scrolling. It's still going. Diablo 3 at 3.3 thousand. I mean, tell me that's not a problem. Now, granted, D2 is below D4 right now. But we're in the 5th month of our season. Diablo 4. Where's D2? It's down here. D2 resurrected, 397. But that's only a difference of 200 players.
greetings.
That's only a difference of 200 players, and D2R is in its 5th month of the season. So nobody's playing this season. Drops next week. You want to compare the numbers next week? Yeah. It's gonna, Zeki, because look where D4's at. It's only at 600 people, 670 people to begin with. Not even double. That's ridiculous. This game is months old. Even if you just look at D2R as D2R, it's 2 years old. And there's a 200 player difference in viewership. Yeah, the Hearts thing was bad. And then if you look at, because there is a different category for the base game. There's D2 in here somewhere. I bet if you added them together, they're probably more than D4. But I'm just saying, for the hype that D4 got, here is where they're at. That's crazy. Yeah, exactly, Bob. Just llama logging in.
Greetings.
So, I mean, think about those numbers. Because D4 set all kind of records for launch. But those people are already gone. Because, I mean, for a live service game, that's not good. It's a live service game. They should be retaining a pretty steady player base. Baldur's Gate's still up there pretty good ways, man. I was looking at it earlier. Let's go back to the top. Pretty sure it was top 20. Yeah, it's right here. It's still at 21K. But I mean, these numbers, I never got this Grand Theft Auto being this high all the time. But I mean, this is a new game, so this is spiking numbers right now because it's new. All the rest of these are old games. Payday, that's new. I don't even know what that is. 49,000. I think that's a new game, a fairly newish. But I mean, Baldur's Gate's retaining numbers pretty decently right now. I think Dark and Darker's kind of in the same boat. Starfield's already falling down here. Any of y'all played Starfield? I decided against it.
Greetings.
But I don't know if anybody else tried to mess with it. That's I don't get it, Zeki. That's just people watching people gamble. I'm serious. People playing like slots and stuff like that. I don't know, man. I thought they had gotten rid of a lot of the gambling stuff on Twitch, but there's still some of it still there. So I don't know. Yeah, I just, when I started looking at it, it just wasn't my style game, so I kind of backed away from it. So, I'm gonna have to try and figure out, because we got the launch next week, and then from there, you know, we'll probably be in the season for a decent bit. Then the D4 launch will hit, or the season launch, and I'll see what that looks like. I'm gonna see what they announce for their what's going to be in season 2, and if they're just completely on content driven, like just the new bosses and stuff, but they still only release like 6 uniques. I don't know. I'll play it, take advantage of my battle pass, and then I don't know. I might shelve it. So we'll see. All right, boys. I'm gonna go eat. It's dinner time. Yeah, this winter might suck. Who knows, dude? Who knows?
Hey,
But I'm traveling Wednesday. I should be on Friday. I know I keep saying that, but I should be on Friday. My mother has been with my sister. My other sister's flying in, and she's going to stay with my mother for 2 weeks. So I'm going to pick her up on the airport Wednesday. So I have a pretty good stretch where I'm just kind of chilling. But my dude ain't dead yet. Oh, before I leave, Necro died. Where's he at? Necro died at 63. And I started steamrolling. This guy was playing pretty fast, but I died to a cold enchant that it didn't look like it was right next to me, but he was. It was one of them server things where the cold enchant looked farther away, because he was just dying, and my ads killed it, and he exploded, and he killed me. And I didn't even think I was anywhere near him. So I'm going to chalk that up to server issues. So I'm trying to be way more careful with the throw barb. But yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, hardcore online, man. Yes, I am. Throw barbs level 49. Hardcore. We're trucking, man. We're doing it with the hardcore throw barb. But yeah, we'll see. I'm paranoid as hell now. I get it, Tommy. All right, guys. I'm going to jump. I will catch up with you guys later. Appreciate y'all hanging out.